And the regent made John Law the titular lord of this manor, the first and only Duke de Arkansas. The year 1719 was a truly wonderful time. Law's notes went out by the hundreds of millions to pay the regent's debts. People paid off and the notes rushed to buy stock in the Bank Royale, the wonderful machine that was making the money, or in the Mississippi Company that was thought to be mining the gold. The stocks went up and up. It's to this year that we owe the useful French word millionaire. Crowds also swarmed here to the Place Vendôme, to Law's headquarters. Some hoped to catch a glimpse of him. Some, on one pretext or another, hoped to get inside. Those who got inside asked Law to sell them stock. Women investors, histories tell us with much pleasure, offered themselves as an added inducement. This must have been an interesting experience for someone from Scotland. Anyhow, it would have been an interesting experience for anyone from the part of Scottish Canada that I came from. If there were occasional doubts, there were also means of dispelling them. Criminals and mendicants were flushed out of their accustomed haunts, marched through the streets with shovels, as though on the way to New Orleans to mine gold. And some actually went. Quite a few were soon seen in Paris again, having sold their shovels. Ladies of medium virtue, as literally they were called, were also recruited as wives. It had seemed a perfect circle. Law's notes going out to pay the regent's debts, coming back to buy the stock. But there came a day in 1720 when serious doubts developed. People brought their notes not to buy stock, but to the Bank Royale for the gold and silver that were not there. The gold and silver that, by the nature of banking, and this bank especially, were not there. The rush to get hard money became a panic. The notes became worthless. The Rue Quincampoix, where Law had started the bank, was quiet again. It was a classic crash, the classic crash. For a while, people had felt rich, and prices being good and trade lively, to some extent they had been. Now everyone was poor, or so it seemed. What of the Duke de Arkansas? Parisians got what pleasure they could from proposing in a song that his notes be put to the most vulgar possible use. The regent had to protect John Law from the mob, and Law went to Venice, where he died in poverty. The Duc de Saint-Simon, who chronicled Law's adventures, thought he failed because the French lacked restraint. The English would do better. The English did do better. 20 years before Law's arrival in Paris, a fellow countryman, William Patterson, also from the Scottish lowlands, had sold essentially the same idea to William of Orange. William, like the regent, needed money. He too got it in return for the right of a bank to make loans with newly issued notes. In 1694, out of this bargain, the Bank of England was born. Patterson was soon thrown out, most likely over a conflict of interest. It seems he was promoting a rival bank, but Patterson's bank flourished. Central bankers the world around still bask in its aura. To be a central banker is to be, automatically, a man of wisdom in touch with the most arcane financial mysteries of the time. This is the legacy of the Bank of England. The men of the bank remain conscious of that legacy. They guard well the original charter and William's seal. The decisions that were taken by the court of directors in this handsome room were not all that mysterious. With a little diligence and attention, they could have been understood by the people who marveled at their wisdom, and they can be understood by you.